Abusia say unim say JM I ready so oye adwuma no na bibia e de na di clear say adwuma ne de JM bebo pa na adwuma na obo no eniema bi a oye ene say ministries no ade say all ade bi na kwase bi di fimu na ministry ba ko an le ho aka Chieftaincy ministry say me no ka say eni ho biem according to JM na no ena akofa nse bebre aba na sa ministry ya anyway Mamponghene or the nsem bia tudwa e wo hono mo make I say hi info your number one super duper host Ken Lakuta and amede ebrewo na answer na no message also be subscribe no wa share uwi a no like it uko Facebook info TikTok info and X and so info na say the midi ka aka share no Mamponghene the nsem bia tudwa e de afa Chieftaincy ministry JM AEF one ho me yan go say na osika ho asem.
Excellency, those a bit belatedly, but since you beckon us to be here, I'm rather turning it around. We graciously welcome you, sir, to our first meeting as the Standing Committee of the National House of Chiefs. We graciously do welcome you, and once again, congratulations. You've done well, and as majority of us anticipated, that you go through our normal constitutional provisions, etc., etc., Ghana is safe. We thank you again for that. There's peace prevailing in the kingdom. If the outgoing illustrious president couldn't set a good tone or set a good tone, a lot depended on you as incoming. Fortunately for Nananum and our respective kingdoms, you graciously also extended your arm with good, ample opportunity for you to meet the president, outgoing president, and the two of you together, everything prevailed calm for Mother Ghana. We thank you once again for that. This is an important and impromptu meeting with just someone else, but as you touched on, we shall reserve a lot of the detailed discussion because there's a lot to be done. Because most of us have, at least I got to know it through TV3, that our ministry is no more than ministry as it is. There's a lot to be done structurally, and also with regard to how we interpret our constitutional standing and provisions, and vis-a-vis the Chieftaincy Act. What is most important to most of us is right down from the word go. I think this is an opportune time for us, the National House of Chiefs, to once again go back and reassert ourselves. J.J. Rawlings set the tune after taking over and created chieftaincy, etc., and so on. Those of us who are old men now, I had my 86th birthday 4 or 5 days ago. That is 31st December, you already know it. Re-established the secretariat under National House of Chiefs, the then president, etc. So we had direct control, direct negotiations, dealings with the presidency, till subsequently other leaders changed it. These are opportunity for us to review all those situations and masters, but we shall talk about it in detail when it is time. And then also, what is so vital to us is the standing and the role of our staff. If we go back to the parent law, constitution, it is Our Excellency the President that ought to provide staffing for the National House of Chiefs, regional houses of chiefs to work and tick properly. Nowhere does anybody encounter civil service commission, whatnot. They stay in Accra over here and sit over here, and they can go over our head and promote somebody from Kumasi just to cite that off the record without our knowing or hearing anything about it. It is the president that ought to provide staffing for the regional houses per se and the national house. All these are detailed issues you shall work on and shall go by. And then he also graciously hinted about some portions of the Constitution that ought to be touched on, amended, molded, and whatnot to make it a living document. We are graciously ready. We've got some of our old documents there. We remember when old Professor Mills created this Constitutional Review Committee. Nananum did not sleep. I think it was under Professor Debile's period or so. We sat down, did some yeoman's work, homework properly. Sleepless nights. We presented them to him. And then what happened? Virtually 99.9% of what we recommended were just jettisoned and thrown away. We still have the documents available. So when it is time and you graciously invite us and give us a chance, we'll be humble enough to admit hard facts and let you know what we put down on paper. Because most of them, if they had been implemented, a lot of the headaches wouldn't have expired now or transpired as it is pertaining at the moment in our country. Luckily, we have our mother Ghana who always control us to exhibit good temperament of moderation. So please, from Regional House's point of view, at least from the Ashanti one, and before even I conclude, your old friend, Otumfo, graciously, thank you, sir.
Just said your video no si koye ene ni ana Mamponghene e kana. Clearly, utumi se Mamponghene ye pobi o ye wise pa e wo chieftaincy hono ma ono so wo ka ho be. Wa cheche nsem ni mu na obi a wote obi a e bo na ba so. Although Ochehene ni favorite president Nana Akufo-Addo, but who said the no nanimesi ayesere no oboje Mamponghene so ebra Mamponghene e kanfu JM na utimi say no de ade say wo hu say bibia no e wo say e ma JM support no aye na adwen so say obeye no esa. But ade a JM ye say na hu no to me hu say one of the finest decisions JM besinya make. Adenti na make asa wo de hwe Ghana ye kurobe nko a Akufo-Addo buy or appointed ministers 110. O de adwen ho na hwe. Ghana ye kurobe nko a. Enti na make sure say JM aye ready so obeye adwuma no. Enti a etisa ne say JM say media ministers approach 33. Obi di ko 110 on. Ene nipa pa bi aba say obefa ministers 33. Enti try and say JM aye ready pass obeye adwuma no. Ghana for ye nyina ye fe support no ma JM no nko so mbo adwuma no eye ne ye nyina na etim nyanso se bibi ti a eno na watumi aba abeka enti se nneema koyi a ye kanfo JM no se that bibi nkoyi na info ayeba ni ye bo JM echi a mama mfa no se bia ye otan da bi ye se o papa so opa nwoma so enye ne mode o na emum ni ye mu Tedi me ko ya menu nyina ye be enjoy enu ntis de JM de atoto kwam no so ye MPP ni so ye CPP ni wo de wa ye nyi emotions eto nchen na ye nka no kure hwe Ghana de o man kese be nko a if no family and friends ye be here more than 33 and 30 ministers say ye de bu o man no eti ade a JM ye die clearly ni o tan eni say obey on say ya wo be to political party bi mu enti ade a party bi abeye no enya ade say me support ya ene na nka e wo say ye nyina ye de support no ye de magie say ade a je ye no a fantastic job by all standard enti we ene na ye hu ye e de fa chieftaincy ministry a wa casting out no ene say ne ahemfo no so are ready so mo be cooperate with JM no ye de support no magie ye sure say better Ghana no afi na e bia ye be hu no anko ne san so a ye wa ha ye be ba be tenetene aban no make I will say we your number one super duper host Ken Lakuta Makramo.